So today, class, we are going to learn about ecosystems.
Do we get to learn about fish?
Yes, we do. But we are going to start with ecosystems. Ecosystems function as an open system by matter leaving and entering ecosystems. Any questions?
What are the laws of conservation of energy and mass?
Good question, Petunia. The laws of conservation of energy state that energy cannot be created or destroyed. The same with mass. It cannot be created or destroyed.
Organisms get energy by building materials by consuming other organisms and plants doing photosynthesis, right?
Very good. Let's talk about the cycles of matter. Does anyone know what the three main cycles are? Mark? They are the hydraulic cycle, nitrogen cycle, and the carbon cycle. Yes, that is correct. Does anyone know how to describe them?
The hydrologic cycle is about mass. The nitrogen cycle is about nitrogen, and the carbon cycle is about cars.
Not quite. The hydraulic cycle is the movement of water between oceans, atmosphere, and living things. The nitrogen cycle is the movement of nitrogen between the environment and living things. In the carbon cycle, carbon moves through and between organisms and the physical environment. Let's jump right into lesson 2 and talk about biomes. A biome is a region of Earth where the climate determines the plants and animals that are there. What biome it is and what biome it is. Can someone give me the 3 examples of biomes?
France, Russia, and Puerto Rico.
Those are not biomes, those are countries. Anyone else? China, tundra, and desert. The thing that differentiates one biome from another is the climate and the plants and animals there. Ecosystems are within biomes because biomes are large portions around the world and ecosystems are in biomes like a forest. For example, in a temperate deciduous forest. So now everyone will get 2 assigned paragraphs to read and then share with the class the temperature and the precipitation, and 1 plant adaptation and 1 animal adaptation. Jimmy, read temperate rainforest and tropical rainforest.
Yeah!
Mark, read taiga and tundra. Petunia, read deserts and grassland.
Yeah! Oh, also teacher!
Wants to go first. How about Mark? So the tundra has very low temperature and little precipitation. The taiga has low temperatures but a little more precipitation. The trees in the tundra have shallow roots because of the cold, and squirrels there hibernate. Petunia, go ahead.
Deserts are hot and have very little precipitation. Grasslands are hot and have wet and dry seasons. Animals in the desert are active at night and diving for water for long periods of time in their tracks, kind of like elephants. In grasslands, plants are made to survive forest fires. Very animals can dig holes in the ground to escape from predators.
Jimmy, go ahead.
Temperate rainforests have long, cool, wet seasons and dry summers. It rains a lot. Tropical rainforests are warm all the time and get more rain than any other biome. In both biomes, there are very tall trees to get sunlight. In tropical rainforests, moths have algae in their fur to blend into the trees. Owls in temperate rainforests are also camouflaged.
All of you did an excellent job understanding what you read.
Oh, because Jimmy's can.
Today, Jimmy, you are in luck. We are going to talk about aquatic ecosystems. Does anyone know the 3 main types of aquatic ecosystems?
Lake, ocean, and pool.
I'm sorry, those are not right.
describe them?
A freshwater ecosystem has very little salt in them. They include lakes, ponds, rivers, streams, and springs, and wetlands. Estuaries are where marine ecosystems and freshwater ecosystems meet together. Marine ecosystems have a high salt content and is commonly known as the ocean.
The abiotic factors affect aquatic ecosystems are water depth, temperature, light, oxygen level, salinity, water pH, and water flow.
What are the fishes?
Fish are biotic factors. So are competition, predation, symbiosis, decomposition, and disease. So today we are going to talk about population dynamics. A factor that increases population is adding a species to a population. It decreases when you get rid of a species.
Jimmy, stop moving!
What statement would go with this answer? When a population of animals grows too big, the plant population cannot keep up, and eventually the resources could run out.
How do doctors keep animals healthy?
No.
Relate population to available resources. Wait, so you can explain how carrying capacity can change when the environment changes?
That's a very good question, Jimmy. Does anyone want to give an example?
After a rainy season, plants will grow.
And so will the herbivores. The whole population will grow. Some things that can cause a... Can I go to the bathroom? Sure. Some things that can cause a population crash is a natural disaster, like a forest fire. How can limiting factors limit the size of a population?
Abiotic and biotic factors limit the size of the population. What are examples of biotic factors and abiotic factors?
An example of abiotic is if there are a few rocks, lizards that hide under rocks will go down and move to a different habitat. Biotic factors are factors that limit the size of two herbivores eating the same thing. That food will run out. Amazing, Mark.
Teacher!
What?
Can I go to the bathroom, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Interactions between animals are sometimes helpful to the animals. They can also be harmful to those animals. Any questions?
I'm back! My mom.
Oh, no. I have a question. How does social hierarchy influence a population?
My mom said the social hierarchy can influence the population, but the sliding which animals help each other in a cooperative relationship.
Thank you for that, Petunia. That's all for today, class. See you tomorrow.
Miss Shelley!
Today, let's talk about changes in an ecosystem.
Does anyone know how ecosystems change?
Ecosystems change over time in short and long periods.
Very good. You seem to know a lot about this. Would you want me to answer any questions you have over the subject?
What is a eutrophication?
Does anyone know the answer?
No.
Eutrophication is a process where organic matter and nutrients build into a body of water, like a pond, if a pond eventually turned into a meadow.
What is succussion?
Teacher, how do you pronounce that word correctly? Obviously,
is-
Jimmy is not pronouncing it correct.
It is succession.
Succession is a slow development or replacement of an ecological community by another ecological community over time. It says right here in the textbook, Jimmy.
What do pioneer species do? Petunia?
just stopping it and then starting it again, right? We're not watching it or anything.
Thank you for that, Petunia.